Have you ever wondered why your energy shifts almost instantly when you start a low-carb diet? It's not your imagination. Your metabolism reacts within hours. When carbs drop, your body senses the decline in glucose, the fuel source it's most accustomed to using, and begins reorganizing its energy priorities. This transition is rapid because glucose is the fastest burning fuel you have, and when it becomes scarce, change is unavoidable. In the first moments of reduced carb intake, your blood sugar levels begin to stabilize, but your cells still crave their usual fuel. This mismatch often creates a temporary sensation of sluggishness. Your body is simply signaling that something has changed dramatically. Scientists refer to this early dip as a metabolic recalibration phase, where enzymes and hormones start adapting to the new environment. Interestingly, studies show that even within the first 24 to 48 hours, your liver begins ramping up fat oxidation. Your body is already preparing its backup plan, turning stored fat into usable energy. This shift isn't smooth right away, but it is incredibly efficient once activated. What feels like a dip in energy is actually the beginning of a profound internal transformation. And here's the fascinating part. This early discomfort is often a sign that your metabolism is becoming more flexible. The moment you reduce carbohydrates, your body begins building the machinery needed to use fat as a primary fuel. This is the moment where the journey truly begins, and it's far more scientific and far more powerful than most people imagine. Before we move on, tell me something in the comments. Have you ever felt your energy drop the moment you reduced carbs? Just type yes or no. I want to see how many of you guys have been through this. Glucose has been your body's VIP guest for years, and suddenly it's on the guest list less often. When carbohydrate intake drops, insulin levels decrease too, and your cells receive a very clear message. The sugar supply line has changed. This is the moment the body realizes the party is officially over. But what happens next is nothing short of metabolic brilliance. With less sugar coming in, your liver begins tapping into glycogen stores, a storage form of glucose. These stores usually last between 1 to 2 days, depending on your activity level. As these reserves drop, your energy may fluctuate. Some people feel foggy or tired, but this isn't failure, it's transition. Your body is moving away from dependency and toward independence. During this phase, hormones shift dramatically. Insulin decreases, glucagon rises, and adrenaline gently increases to maintain blood sugar stability. These changes are orchestrated to protect your brain and keep energy flowing. It's like your metabolism switches to emergency mode, not to panic, but to prepare for a new, more resilient system. Once the body realizes sugar won't be the primary fuel anymore, it begins opening the door to fat metabolism. This is the beginning of metabolic freedom, the moment your biology starts upgrading itself. And although it may feel uncomfortable, it is the groundwork for the energetic stability that awaits. Here's something most people never hear before starting low carb. A temporary dip in energy is normal, expected, and even scientifically predictable. This phase is often called the low-carb flu, though it's not a sickness. It's simply your body reorganizing its fuel pathways. When carbs drop, your electrolyte balance, hydration status, and mitochondrial activity all shift at the same time, and this creates noticeable sensations. Studies show that fatigue peaks around day 3 to day 5 during the transition. This is when glycogen depletion becomes evident, and your cells are still waiting for ketones to rise high enough to replace glucose. It's a limbo phase, not enough carbs to fuel you, not enough ketones yet to energize you. This temporary mismatch is the root of that sluggish feeling. But here's the encouraging truth. Once ketone production increases, energy often returns stronger than before. Your brain, in particular, thrives on ketones, using them as a cleaner and more efficient fuel. Many people report improved focus, emotional stability, and mental clarity as soon as ketone levels stabilize. What began as a dip often ends as a surprising enhancement. Think of this phase as your system upgrading its operating software. During an update, performance slows down, but once everything installs correctly, your device, in this case your metabolism, becomes faster, more efficient, and surprisingly powerful. The mitochondria, tiny structures inside your cells, are the true stars of the low-carb transformation. When glucose drops, mitochondria begin adjusting their enzymes to burn fatty acids and ketones instead. This process isn't instant, but it is extraordinary. You're not just changing your diet, you're reprogramming your cellular engines. In the first days of low carb, mitochondria show increased expression of fat oxidation enzymes. This means your cells literally begin rewriting their metabolic preferences. Such changes have been documented in athletic and clinical studies alike. It's a biological adaptation that improves not only fuel use, but also metabolic resilience. As these changes take place, your mitochondria generate cleaner energy. Ketones produce fewer reactive oxygen species compared to glucose metabolism, meaning less cellular stress and more sustained vitality. This is one reason many people experience a clearer mind and steadier energy once fully adapted. This stage is nothing short of an internal rebirth. Your body begins functioning with a newfound stability, burning energy more evenly and efficiently. Once your mitochondria become fat-adapted, the energy fluctuations you felt early on start to fade, replaced by a sense of internal balance that many describe as life-changing. Once your body transitions to fat as its primary fuel source, energy becomes far more stable. Unlike glucose, which spikes and crashes throughout the day, fat is slow-burning and abundant. Even a lean person has enough stored fat to fuel days of activity. When your metabolism unlocks this capability, you gain access to one of the most efficient energy systems evolution has ever created. At this stage, your liver converts fatty acids into ketones, which your brain, muscles, and organs use effortlessly. This shift often results in a steady, calm form of energy that feels different from sugar-based highs. It's smoother, cleaner, and more predictable. Many describe it as energy without anxiety. Interestingly, research shows that ketone metabolism improves mental focus, likely due to increased production of GABA, a calming neurotransmitter. This is why many people report heightened clarity, reduced cravings, and better emotional stability after adaptation. Your brain is simply running on a more efficient fuel source. This is the turning point where your energy feels renewed rather than drained. A low-carb diet is no longer a challenge, it becomes an advantage. Your metabolism, once dependent on carbs, now functions like a hybrid engine, able to run powerfully and consistently for long periods. As your body adapts to low carbohydrate intake, ketones become the brain's preferred energy source, and this is where many people experience a surprising mental upgrade. Ketones cross the blood-brain barrier efficiently, providing fuel that results in steadier neural firing and reduced inflammation. Research shows that the brain uses ketones up to 70% more efficiently than glucose, which helps explain the heightened clarity many report. This cleaner energy reduces oxidative stress around neurons, allowing for smoother cognitive processing. People often describe this experience as lifting a mental fog they didn't realize they had. Tasks feel easier, distractions feel weaker, and thinking becomes more linear. It's not magic, it's biochemistry unfolding in real time. This mental sharpening becomes a powerful incentive to stay consistent. Once your brain experiences the stability of ketone-based metabolism, it quickly adapts to expect that steadiness. And for many, this cognitive transformation becomes one of the most noticeable and motivating benefits of a low-carb lifestyle. Many believe a low-carb diet automatically makes you weaker, but this assumption ignores the body's remarkable ability to adapt. While the early transition can bring temporary fatigue, the long-term outcome is often increased stamina. As your body learns to oxidize fat more efficiently, endurance rises because fat provides a practically unlimited energy supply compared to rapidly depleted glycogen. This shift is particularly noticeable during steady activities like walking, cycling, or slow jogging. Instead of burning out from glucose crashes, your body taps into a constant stream of fatty acids. Athletes in endurance sports have documented measurable performance improvements after becoming fully fat adapted, proving that initial weakness is not a permanent state. What starts as fatigue eventually becomes a deeper sense of physical confidence. Your metabolism no longer relies on frequent carb refueling, and your energy becomes more predictable. This newfound strength emerges not from pushing harder, but from the body functioning closer to its evolutionary design. Not everyone experiences the same energetic boost on a low-carb diet, and the reason lies in metabolic individuality. Factors like previous diet, stress levels, sleep quality, and even genetics influence how quickly your body adapts to fat metabolism. Someone who previously consumed high sugar may need more time to stabilize, while someone already familiar with whole foods may adapt more quickly. Electrolyte balance is another major factor. Sodium, magnesium, and potassium play key roles in nerve conduction and muscle contraction. When carbohydrate intake drops, these minerals shift due to lower insulin levels, and any imbalance can dramatically affect perceived energy. The people who feel unstoppable are often the ones who maintain these minerals properly. Understanding your unique biology allows you to interpret your energy levels without frustration. If the boost doesn't come immediately, it doesn't mean the diet isn't working. It means your body needs more fine-tuning. Once balance is restored, most people eventually experience the steady energy that low-carb diets are known for. Electrolytes are the unsung heroes of your energy system, yet they're often overlooked when people start low carb. As insulin levels fall, your kidneys excrete more sodium, which then affects potassium and magnesium balance. This trio is essential for fluid stability and muscle and nerve function. Even a mild deficiency in any of them can create the sensation of fatigue or decreased performance. Keeping these minerals in check can completely transform your low-carb experience. Scientific studies show that proper electrolyte intake during carbohydrate restriction significantly reduces symptoms like headaches, weakness, and lethargy. When these minerals are replenished, the body transitions smoothly into fat adaptation, and energy stabilizes rapidly. Once electrolytes are balanced, your metabolism begins operating with remarkable precision. The combination of fat as fuel and stable nerve conduction creates a sustained and reliable flow of vitality. It's often at this point that people realize low carb isn't the problem, missing electrolytes were. As your metabolism shifts, your sleep patterns may unexpectedly improve. Ketones have been shown to influence neurotransmitters associated with relaxation, helping regulate sleep cycles. Many people report deeper rest once they pass the initial adaptation phase. This improved sleep then creates a ripple effect throughout your day, enhancing alertness and reducing emotional volatility. Mood is closely tied to energy stability, and low-carb diets often promote a more balanced emotional state. Fluctuating blood sugar can trigger irritability, anxiety, or sudden drops in motivation. Once your fuel source stabilizes, your mood often follows. Ketones even support higher levels of GABA, a calming neurotransmitter that encourages mental steadiness. This trio, sleep, mood, and energy, forms a feedback loop that strengthens your daily performance. When your nights are restorative and your mood stable, your energy naturally rises. It's one of the most underestimated yet life-changing results of metabolic adaptation. As you become fat adapted, your body begins functioning more like an endurance athlete's engine, efficient, stable, and remarkably resilient. This happens because fat oxidation pathways become more active, allowing your muscles to extract energy from stored fat at a much faster rate. Over time, your metabolic flexibility increases, letting you switch between fuels with ease depending on your level of exertion. Athletes who follow a low-carb or ketogenic approach often develop what researchers call enhanced metabolic range, meaning their bodies can sustain performance even when glycogen stores drop. This adaptation helps explain why many people report newfound stamina during daily activities, whether it's long walks, extended workdays, or physically demanding tasks. Fat becomes a dependable energy stream that rarely dips. This endurance advantage extends beyond physical performance. Your brain also benefits from the constant flow of ketones, allowing you to stay focused longer without the cognitive crashes associated with carb-heavy eating patterns. Instead of burning out midday, energy remains steady and predictable, mirroring the slow-burning efficiency seen in trained athletes. Once your metabolism reaches this level of refinement, you begin realizing that your body is capable of far more than you previously imagined. What once felt impossible, maintaining energy for long periods without constant fueling, now becomes your new baseline. It's a transformation that blends biology with empowerment, reshaping how you move, think, and function every day. Every metabolic journey includes a plateau, a phase where your energy feels steady but not necessarily increasing. This plateau is often misunderstood. In reality, it can be a sign that your body has reached a stable point of adaptation. Fat oxidation, ketone production, and hormonal balance may all be synchronized, creating a calm and predictable energy pattern. Stability in this case is progress, not stagnation. However, not all plateaus are created equal. Sometimes energy levels flatten because of hidden issues like insufficient calories, mineral imbalances, or dehydration. Since a low-carb diet naturally suppresses hunger for some people, it's common to unintentionally undereat, leading to reduced vitality. Understanding your intake and hydration becomes crucial during this stage. One way to differentiate a healthy plateau from a warning sign is by analyzing your overall well-being. If your mood, sleep, focus, and physical performance remain strong, you're likely in a stable phase of adaptation. But if fatigue creeps in, troubleshooting becomes necessary. Electrolytes, protein intake, and recovery habits often hold the answers. This phase invites you to become more aware of your body's signals. Plateaus aren't failures, they're feedback. By interpreting them correctly, you can refine your diet and lifestyle to support continued energy and metabolic resilience. A plateau is simply a pause that prepares you for the next evolution. After weeks or months of adaptation, something remarkable happens. Low carb no longer feels like a diet, it becomes a rhythm. A natural way of eating that aligns with your biology. Energy stabilizes, mental clarity becomes normal, and cravings lose their power. This lifestyle shift is where long-term metabolic benefits begin to flourish, from improved insulin sensitivity to reduced inflammation. At this point, people often report a deeper connection with their hunger cues. Instead of eating because of habit, stress, or blood sugar swings, they eat because their bodies genuinely ask for nourishment. This awareness leads to more intentional choices, greater satisfaction, and a healthier relationship with food overall. As stability sets in, your physical and cognitive performance often reach a new peak. Whether it's more focus at work, greater productivity, or easier weight management, the benefits interlock seamlessly. The body thrives on consistency, and low carb provides exactly that by eliminating dramatic energy fluctuations. This is where gratitude emerges, not consciously, but physiologically. Your body responds to stable fuel sources with better hormonal balance, cleaner energy production, and more efficient metabolism. The lifestyle becomes self-reinforcing because it feels good. Your biology thanks you, not with words, but with vitality. If this video is helping you understand your energy on a whole new level, consider hitting that super thanks button. It supports the channel and helps me bring more science-based content made especially for men who want real results. Every person has a unique threshold where energy, performance, and well-being align perfectly, and finding that balance is the final chapter of the low-carb journey. Some thrive with very low carbohydrate intake, while others perform best with moderate amounts, especially around exercise. This personalization is what transforms a diet into a sustainable long-term approach. Discovering your ideal carbohydrate level requires observation. Energy stability, mood consistency, workout performance, and mental clarity all serve as indicators. When these elements feel aligned, you've likely reached your metabolic sweet spot. This level may shift over time as your lifestyle, goals, and activity change, which is normal and expected. Science supports this personalized approach, showing that individuals respond differently to carbohydrate intake based on genetics, stress levels, and metabolic history. The goal isn't to follow a strict rule, but to understand your body's signals. When energy remains steady and recovery feels natural, you are likely in the correct range. Reaching this balance point marks the final evolution of your low-carb experience. You're no longer guessing or experimenting, you're living with intention. Your metabolism works with you, not against you. At this stage, low-carb isn't a restriction anymore. It's a well-calibrated tool for lifelong vitality. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs more stable energy in their life. Your support keeps this channel growing and helps bring solid, science-based content to more men out there.